Hey guys, it's me, Elle Winter, and you're listening to the amazing David Duane.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into On Air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane, in the place to be. And right here, right now, we've got our girl, Elle Winter, on with us. Now, if y'all don't know who Elle is, listen, I don't know where you guys have been your whole childhood, your whole early adulthood, but Elle has been just killing the game for so many years. You might know Elle from Disney, doing her music, television, just everything. And she's joined with us. What's going on, Elle?
How are you? Thank you for that amazing introduction.
Listen, I'm doing good and so great to have you on the show. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be on.
Absolutely, because you've had an amazing journey with your career, and it's just so amazing to, have you on this show to talk about all those things. And when you think back to like the start of your career to now, like how does that make you feel to know that everything is kind of like happening for you right now, and it's been happening?
Yeah, I mean, it's really fulfilling to see, your hard work pay off. And I've just been, I guess, grinding for a long time, and it seems to all kind of be coming together, and just seeing the effect that my music can have on so many other people's lives and not just my own. That's so fulfilling and so rewarding about it all, and rewarding about this journey, really.
Yeah, that's amazing. And when you think about, just that whole process of like getting into the industry, like just kind of explain like how your process was, just in case there are people who aren't familiar with who you are. Let's kind of catch them up to date too a little bit.
Yeah, so basically I kind of have been singing my whole life. Like when I started talking, I started singing is what my mom says. And I'm from New York, so it's a city full of entertainment and a lot of opportunities. So I took part in an acting course when I was 7 years old. And at the end of that course, they had a showcase, so agents and managers would come. An agent saw me there and signed me, and then I started doing more work in just New York, like commercial stuff. And then I got discovered by Disney at 12, which kind of like propelled my career, and I released my own music on Radio Disney and out into the world, and kind of just had that exposure. I went on a national tour, and then after that program, I've been working with different producers and writers, kind of deciding what my sound as an artist would be, because I've always loved music and songwriting, but kind of creating something that was genuine for me, and realizing I could write about my own experiences and utilize my situations to make this art. So kind of having that period of exploration. Mm-hmm. And then we signed with Sony Red February, I guess. So February of what year is this? 2019.
2019.
And
Time flies.
Yeah, so I know, right? It really does. So we've been releasing the new body of work. We're rolling it out, and we have an EP coming out very soon.
Ooh, yes. And it's so amazing that you got discovered by Disney and did so many different things with Radio Disney, because what Radio Disney was years ago, even to now, it's been such a platform where it's really helped a lot of young artists' careers, elevating so many different angles and directions where people don't even realize the power of Disney. They think like, oh, that's just Disney's not how Disney used to be back in the early 2000s or even before then. But Disney, that Radio Disney, though, don't sleep. Do not sleep.
Oh, I know. I mean, they have such a wide reach, and they do such incredible things for their artists. They've been such a champion of mine. I'm so beyond grateful for their support. And Phil, who's head of Radio Disney there, he's just been so wonderful and such an advocate of mine. And I think I always say, like, I'm so grateful for those experiences at such a young age, because it's invaluable to start that young and be in those situations. Really set me up, I feel, for where I am now.
Exactly. So I know in the business sometimes, starting out early can kind of be a little bit discouraging. Were there ever moments where you've ever felt like you were discouraged, or you always kind of felt like you were encouraged to just kind of push with your dreams and just, while you're living in the moment?
Yeah, I mean, for me, there are obstacles, but I never felt like that was going to be, I'm not going to overcome this. And it was just like, we have to reroute, we can't go that way. We're going to go out down another hall, and kind of just, I'm very lucky that I have a beautiful support system. My family and management and my team has always believed in me. And
right.
We're all in this together, kind of. And it never felt like giving up at a certain point would have been the option. That's never been an option. It's just, you have to find a different path, a different route, to get to the end goal. So I've I've been lucky to have people that inspire me and keep me encouraged, even in a crazy industry like this, you know?
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you've never had that moment of discouragement at all and just kind of been like, you know what, if this is not the way that it's supposed to happen, let's keep going and let's go in this direction and let's just keep it going, keeping that high spirit, because there's a lot of artists that don't keep the momentum up and they don't stay encouraged. They're like, you know what, this is not going my way. Let me go hide in a corner. Let me, not figure out what I'm going to do. Let me just dwell in it. And you not taking that approach at all. You're like, listen, let's get to it. Let's do amazing things.
Yeah,
let's write about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, writing about it. And you just have to get back to what's important. Like, I think a lot of times when we're grinding and hustling and trying to make things happen, we forget what really is essentially like why we're doing this. And it's for the music and to write powerful songs that help not only just me as an artist, but the people who listen to my music, and kind of centering yourself in that way. That's been helpful for me. I go back to the music. I'll go to the session. I'll go grab my guitar, and then I kind of recharge,
Exactly. And let's talk about the your writing process, because I just love your lyrical structure and how you really are about experiences and coming from a place of reality. That's what I love to talk about. No problem with artists that I interview, because that's just an important thing versus music that doesn't make any sense, which is cool. That's cool too and everything. But we like music that makes sense, and you speak from truth, and I know that you work with other songwriters. So when you work with other songwriters, do you basically kind of tell what you're going through as well, and then they kind of collaborate? Or how would you say like your process of writing works out?
Yeah, so it's definitely evolved throughout the years, but I feel at a point now in my career where, and just as a person, as a young woman, I feel confident enough to go into these sessions and say, with a group of songwriters and producers, say, this is what I'm going through today. This is what I want to write about. And it had become really important to me to make every song about an experience of mine or something that's telling a personal story of mine, just because the music I listened to, I realized I would really resonate with people's songs that were about their lives. And when I was going through a hard time, I'd listen to my favorite artists sing about when they were in a similar situation, and it just made me feel less alone, and I really connected with them, and it gives you that sense of solidarity, and that's what I love. And I was like, I have to do that with my music, and it won't only help me cope with what I'm going through, but it can help so many other people. And that's what's so beautiful about music. It has that power to reach so many people. So if you're actually being honest and open with your experiences, then you really can, I feel like change so many lives.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it's about, creating music that changes lives, because it really does help heal the soul. And I love that that's what your music does.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, when I heard tracks on this EP, I was like, wow, Elle has come such a long way. And I can tell that, like, you really, first of all, you do this music for real. You really do this. And I love that it coming to light and this project is coming. I can't wait for everybody to hear it, because you got some jams on there. But let's talk about the current single right now, Cave In, and just production structure of it, because I love how you guys went in with that. And, tell them about the production duo that you're working with on this project.
Yeah, so Cave In is a song I did with The Orphanage, and they basically produced my the majority of my upcoming EP. And I wrote it at the end of this relationship, and I would watch my friends and family return to old relationships that they had, and kind of go into these like vicious cycles where they get back together, and they would end up with people that were really not meant for them, and it would cause them like a lot of agony and just frustration. So at the end of this relationship of mine, it just kind of really had like a clean end, and it was almost one of these things where it was like, thank God that it had that end, because I would have been like those people I love who were in so much pain, like revisiting bad relationships. So the song started with a note from my phone that said, like, if you would have said you're sorry, I wouldn't have said, or like, let's try again, I wouldn't have said no. So that's kind of what inspired the song, and we went into that concept of caving in.
Wow. And that's such a deep message right there.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's something I'd wanted to touch on for a long time. And I'm so lucky to work with The Orphanage, who really brought my vision out sonically so well. I went into the studio and I was like, I really want this song that would make me kind of want to dance, but also really feel something powerful and almost cry in this like juxtaposition of emotions.
Yeah. I was thinking that because it was so perfect with the instrumentation, how you could also cry if you wanted to, but you felt the emotion.
Yeah, but
so
you can
upbeat.
like go vibe and dance to it.
Yes.
that's why I just feel so lucky to work with the orphanage, because they truly, like, I didn't even know how to express the exact feeling, like, production wise, and they instantly knew what I meant and, like, produced this incredible sensation. So I'm blessed to work with such talented musicians like that, you know?
Yeah, and they're so incredible. And just working with them through like this whole process, what was like the number one thing that you wanted to make sure that was really strongly conveyed in this project?
You know, I think just my honesty and vulnerability as a songwriter and artist in general. And I think that working with the orphanage, given they're such like kind people as well, not only just so talented, I felt so comfortable being open and honest like that. So I think it does shine through in the project, you know?
Yeah. And let's also talk about Sick of You, because we all get in that mood of being sick of somebody. So just walk me through, you know, the inspiration behind that record.
Okay. So actually that record is kind of like a plot twist, because it was more about me sharing this connection with someone and being like, I've never felt this way. I could never get sick of this person. Like I could spend so much time with this person. And it was a really fitting way to start this new chapter. It was the first single we released from the EP. And it's all about connection. So I think that's so important. That kind of sets the tone of the new musical chapter, just because that's what I strive to do, is connect with others in my songs. And I think so the song's actually written the last day of sessions. I had like a big chunk of sessions with the orphanage and a bunch of different writers.
Oh, wow.
And it was the last session. And I was just so excited and felt so much joy that like you can kind of feel that in the song, and it has that whole kind of vibe too. So
yeah, it definitely has that vibe. And I love that your music is really, you're staying consistent with having that vibe on this project.
Yeah. Thank you.
No doubt. So let's also talk about performing, because I know you are probably so excited and getting ready to perform. And just in case for those who haven't seen you perform, like what is your preparation for like live shows?
Yeah, so it depends on the show. Like I actually did a bunch of shows this summer that were on like huge stages, and that would mean I would have dance rehearsal and not only vocal lessons and all that stuff, but then sometimes I just have a really stripped back acoustic show, which is just me practicing.
Which I love. I love your acoustic shows.
Thank you. I love acoustic shows. They're just really fun, because I think that's why, like, it's just so much more intimate, and you can really hear the lyrics and connect with people. And I love seeing everyone in the crowd.
And how long would you say like your preparation is between like, you know, doing like a track show to a band show to like an acoustic show? Like,
yeah, it depends the length. I guess like a couple weeks, a month. I mean, it would really depend on the show. For like a tour, it would be probably like a month of preparation and getting the tracks ready. And I have a bunch of shows I'm announcing soon, so I'm actually preparing for those. Those are a bit farther away. I can't wait to share more details. We're just like figuring it all out right now. But so it really depends on the show and the setup that we were talking about.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I know you went on tour earlier. Like you said, you went on tour during the summer, and you went on tour earlier in the year too. When you think about like the tour experience this year versus any other years that you've gone on tour, what do you think has been like the most rewarding to this year's experience versus previous years?
Yeah, I think performing this new music has been so different and in like the most meaningful way, just because this music is so true to me and authentic, and I feel like I'm really connecting with people on such like a deeper level when I'm performing these songs, and getting messages from people who go to my show saying this song really resonated with me. I mean, that's just so fulfilling as an artist to kind of get that type of feedback. And it's kind of, I mean, that's why I am this honest and open in my songs, to kind of have those moments with my listeners. So to actually be able to experience that in these shows has been amazing.
Right. That's amazing. And then connecting with your fans, because I know you get a chance to meet your fans from social media that, you know, or have been supporting you through years. What is that like, you know, actually being able to connect with them when it comes to the shows versus just seeing them online, tweeting or Facebook or Instagram?
I mean, it's so incredible. And I'm just so lucky to have, I mean, we're so lucky we have social media, because it's such a way to reach so many people. And I can be talking to a fan from the other side of the world who's connecting with my music. And that's just such an incredible experience. But to really meet these fans and people who support my music and listen to it and connect with it, I mean, that's just out of this world. It's really unreal. And I'm so lucky to be able to tour and perform it and have these experiences, you know?
Exactly. So when can we expect like more music videos? Because like this whole new this whole new era of you is like so lit, and we've got like, you know what you should do? Even if you haven't even thought about it, you could actually do a mini movie with these records. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna give you credit when we do that. You're gonna get like on the Instagram caption.
Yeah, you've got to do it, because when you think about it, and I know you're probably going to agree with this too, but when you listen to your EP from top to bottom and just the songs, it really illustrates a story. And not everybody has projects where they need to do that, but yours, that would be so awesome.
Wow,
just to see each song lived out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing with these past singles, kind of creating a whole world for each song. But they do, that would be really interesting to do a type of like movie-esque thing with these songs, because they do, you're right, like tell this kind of cohesive story. But hopefully music videos come soon for one of the next singles. I can't say which one. We will be doing a video and the whole thing. So.
I wonder which single it could be. Is it yeah, no? Is it 110%?
It would be yeah, no. Yeah, it would. You caught me. I wouldn't offer it, but you guessed it, so I can't deny.
I was like, it's got to be one of the two, but no, I think that is going to be perfect when you think about it. just a whole introduction, like, hey, you guys have been getting singles, but boom, here goes a video to a whole new single.
Yes, the single's coming out soon. It's one of my favorites, and I think it's really powerful. And it's actually, I love this song in particular just because it's the one, every time I perform it, someone comes up to me and says, like, I so appreciate you singing that song. This happened to me, and like very similar, struck a chord with me. And that's why I think this song, deserves it. It's full blown music video and all that stuff.
It definitely does, because you really, like, out of all of them, like this one particularly, like you really wrote this song from like a deep, deep, deep place. So for those who haven't gone to a show yet and that will probably hear this before and after the song drops, tell them about that record and, just how you just felt, it was important to address such an important experience.
Yeah, so I wrote Yeah No in Nashville a year or two ago, and I never realized how often I use the expression yeah no until I wrote the song, but like now you'll all be aware of it. It's so crazy. It's such a strange expression, but it's everywhere. And I wrote it at the end of this relationship, and I had an ex-boyfriend that would keep calling me to like check in on me and say I'm here for you and all this stuff, and I was like,
oh no, yeah no.
I was like, we were together a long time, and like you knew me so well, you would know that I'm fine on my own. Like I don't need to have your support through this breakup or whatever. So I always joke that this is my mic drop song, and I dedicate it to, any ex-boyfriend that still thinks that you're pining after them and that their love is yours, because yeah, it's not. That's the end of the story.
No.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not. And I think that's the biggest problem in the world, whether it's somebody in a relationship with a guy or a girl and they move on and they're like, they get that accent and they're like, yeah, I'm still here for you. Yeah, no, I don't want to be bothered. Right. It's been 2 days. I'm good, even though it's been 2 days, or it's been 3 months, or it's been 2 years. It's okay. Yeah,
no, exactly. And kind of like there's a line in the song. It's like, you made your bed, hope you sleep tight. Like, just take me out of your mind, Like,
because I guess people don't think about, once they've decided to move on and to have you out of their life, to really have you out of their life, because you're still on their mind somehow. It's like, but if that was the case, then why did you make the effort to end it?
No, right. It's a lot of people. They want like half in, half out. So that's not, you can't get the best of both worlds,
It's either you're in or you're out. And in this case,
all
out.
in or nothing. I have another song called 110%. So it's like, you're either giving me 110 or I want 0.
And they have to, because we always hear the terminology of people saying, oh, you got to give me, it's got to be 50-50 in a relationship. It's actually, you got to give 100 and 100, or as you said, Elle, 110, both ways, because you can give half of yourself in any relationship, whether that be romantic, business, whatever.
No, you need to give your all. And that's what I always think. Like, if you try your best, it's like, and even if it doesn't work out, then you can be fine knowing you tried your best. But if you didn't give your all, then if it doesn't work out, I think it's best to go through life giving the most you can to everything, caring about things, being passionate, you know?
Yeah, you have to.
Go all in. It's how I feel with my music. You have to just dive in, you know? You can't shy away. You can't have backup plans and plan B. I Will Smith has a quote where it's, once you start thinking about plan B or like or just creating plan B, you create a necessity for it, you know? So kind of giving your all to your main focus and your energy.
Yeah, because if you're like thinking of the other things and you're not focused on what your focus is at this very moment, it makes no sense. It's like you're kind of backpedaling. I literally had just went on Twitter as we're talking, crazy enough, and somebody says, I have no plan B. And that, you know, it's funny that I read that while we're saying that, because it's right on cue.
That's amazing. Wow, that's a sign.
I'm actually going to tweet it to you too so you can see it. So that's crazy.
And that's crazy.
It's all perfect. And I love the fact that you've been about that. You've been about your plan A and focusing on your music and saying, listen, this is how we're going to do it and we're going to get it done. This is what I'm going to talk about in my music. This is my journey. This is my strength. And there's nothing else that I want to do besides this music. So I've got to commend you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I do want to also ask you, since we did talk about preparation for tour and dance and stuff like that, can we expect choreography?
Yes. Yeah. So for some of my shows this summer, we had a bunch of dance shows. So me and I have my amazing talented dancers, these amazing guys. They're wonderful. And it's really cool to physically see the songs, you know, not only just like sing them, but, you know, add that other aspect and element to it, which is the movement.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that, because this movement has to be like so electrifying with this music, because it just brings that type of energy. Like this project, once you guys hear it, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. But until then, you got to check out all of Elle's current singles that are out right now so you can understand and you know, just get into the vibe. Seriously, because it is a vibe.
Thank you. If I have a show in New York or LA, I'm letting you know.
Listen, New York, LA, Philly, DC, Baltimore, any of those four. Matter of fact, just count me in for all four. Like, be like, hey, David.
Can you come to all of them?
I sure can.
You can learn the choreography and you'll dance. You'll be a dancer.
Listen, let me know where rehearsal is next week. I'll be there.
I'll text you.
I'm so serious. So now, I know you can't tell the title of the project yet, but if you could describe the title in 3 words, how would you describe it?
In 3 words, I would say vulnerable, raw, and honest. Yeah, because it's really, the title kind of encompasses the idea of me letting everyone in and in on my life and my experiences, and just kind of being honest in that way, you know, through my songwriting and music.
Yeah, it definitely is all through those words. And I'm just so excited for you. Can't wait for everybody to really hear, you know, this whole project. I can't wait to download it and continue to support your journey, because you have such a bigger journey that is like here now, but it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as you perfect.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's also, on a fun note, before I let you go, let's talk about fashion and beauty and stuff like that. Because I love to talk about that, but everybody doesn't like for me to talk about it because they think I'm a guy and can't talk about it. But the truth is, I can't.
No.
So
we all can enjoy. Oh my God, no.
So let's talk about, let's start with beauty, okay? What are your top beauty products that you absolutely have to use, whether that be makeup, whether that be for your hair? You know, what are those top products that you have to use?
Okay, so for hair, I love Orbe, the Gold Lust Repair line. I went blonde like a year ago, and it totally burned my hair. It was so bad for my hair. So these products literally saved my life, and I swear by them. So everyone, if you have hair that needs saving, use Orbe.
I have blonde hair, so I need some saving.
Yes, Gold Lust Repair. It's so wonderful. You have to try it. And then for makeup, I love Hourglass. Their products, they have really great foundation and contour. All about the contour and concealers. Yeah, they're awesome. And then my go-to mascara is Lancome Hypno. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you about your contouring, because your contouring is always on point.
Oh, thank you. I I really experimented with it. Like during my high school years, I went out, I looked literally like a clown. I mean, I look at my friends from high school and I'm like, you didn't say anything. You shouldn't even be my friend right now. It's so mean what I did to but you know, it was worth it because now I know how to do it.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is though, like as we go through life, whether it's something with our hair or, you know, it's figuring out like a highlighter, any type of thing, it's all about the learning process of, hey, you know what, how do I make this better? Or, that was cool how I did this. How do I make this more warm? Or how do I tone it up? Or how do I make it more vibrant? How do I, you know, add streaks to my hair to make it look more chicish or make it more hip? Or, okay, how about the bald look on the side? A different thing.
We have to experiment. You know, I always go into Sephora or Ulta and I'm like so overwhelmed because there's so many products, but like you kind of just have to get like a sample and actually just start testing things out, because otherwise you just stay with the same stuff and there's just like a whole world out there of different products and masks and other things that we need to like tap into, you know?
Exactly. And I've literally like within the last 2 years, I've tapped into like the mask, and I've never thought that I would. I was like, yo, I see what the hype is about it.
Yeah, no, I know. And it's crazy.
And it makes you feel like so amazing once you like take it off. It's like, my face feels.
Yes. Oh my God. I know. They're so good. I mean, I look a little crazy when I wear them, but then I take it off and I'm just like so smooth. It feels good. I feel like I'm in the spa.
That's another thing I haven't done. Do you go to spas and stuff like that?
Not really. I mean, I kind of find like my spa downtime self-care, like when I work out. I love like workout classes and Pilates. So I find that's my time to kind of unwind. And that's something I do. Like that's really nice for my body and for me. But I'm not like a big massage spa girl.
Yeah, I got to get into Pilates.
Oh, you must. It's so much fun.
You got to tell me a go-to spot for it. I only trust you.
New York, LA. You're gonna come to my show, and then actually before the show, we're gonna go do Pilates together.
Yes. So now, Elle, tell us about like fashion designers that you wear too, because like I said, your stylish is all ever, especially from the makeup to your hair to your wardrobe style. So let us know the clothing brands that you go to as well.
Yeah, I love IMGS, especially for performing. It's so great. And it's so easy. I just go online, I order whatever I need. I think what else I like. I think IMGS is my go-to. Like they've kind of been dressing me for a lot of my shows lately.
Yeah, and they have a lot to like choose from too.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love the pants that they sell, like are really cool and really comfortable, but like structured to performance. They're great for dancing and all that stuff.
Well, Elle, I got to say thank you so much for chatting with me today. Definitely appreciate it. And talk about the music and just your process and, you know, just everything. Because like I said, you've come a long way and congratulations.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And it was so lovely getting to talk to you. And thank you for your thoughtful questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell everybody where they can follow you as far as social media is concerned, and then where they can download the new single.
Yeah. So you guys can check me out across all socials. On Instagram, I'm at Elle Winter, Twitter and Facebook at Elle Winter X. And my new single is coming out in a month or so keep an eye out for that. And a lot of exciting performance announcements coming soon as well. So I hope I can meet you guys and see you soon.
Absolutely. And will these announcements come like before the end of the year?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh. So guys, make sure you follow Elle right now. And everybody, if you're looking or going to be looking for her socials, I'm going to make sure that we put it at the end of the interview on our YouTube channel. Tweet it out as we're live right now. And you just got to check in with Elle and follow her, tweet her, Instagram her.
Yes, I love responding to DMs and everything. So feel free to reach out.
For sure.
Hey guys, it's me, Elle Winter, and you're listening to the amazing David Duane.